The powers that be got mad and kicked me off Instagram. That's okay. As stated, man, earlier in the post that got me kicked off, where two or more atoms cross and bond, the electrons that's shared between them, right, is the energy of their circuitry, of their bond, okay? When those atoms are stated more positive together, bigger and better than all negativity, that is neutrally nothing, right? They create a circuit in between them through the protons of them, okay? And the negative discharge of the proton, which is the electron, is the energy inside the electron, which is a positive energy, but it's a negative discharge of the proton, right? Is absorbed by the other proton in the bond length between the atoms bonding. But when you state more negatively deficient to the good truth of your shape, form, and mass, or to the good truth of those atoms bonding, right? Well, instead of the electron sharing the positive energy between the bond, right? You state from the neutron, either you state less deficient, because a neutron is always negatively deficient of a proton, neutral nothing. You hear me? And you state from that neutron, and that neutron is not the bigger and better of a proton. So you're stating less than, and because of that, right, it either causes the bond to collapse, or it causes chemistry to happen. Now, inside a body, when that chemistry happens, right, if it's a human body, a lot of times that chemistry can become cancerous. It can become a cancerous cell. And the further point I'm getting at is when those atoms, right, are bonded positive, whatever shape, form, and mass that they're expressing is good. That is the truth. And anything that's good by the physics and laws of all matter stated by the atoms that we are can only cross to the bigger and better of whatever shape, form, and mass of inbody and matter it's expressing. Okay? So only cross one positive when you feel all negativity. Absolutely, until you feel good as truth, bigger and better than all the negativity. Now, anybody that perceived what I said about the Taliban as being a negative thing, right, in reality is out of their minds. I want to explain something to you about these folks, okay? They are a malignant cancer that is spreading across the globe from a false ideology, a false doctrine, right? And they were created through bureaucratic greed and delinquency. So the rich could get richer, the poor could get poorer, and they were created as their hit squad form. And I don't care what anybody says. And then this perversion of Islam, which in and itself is a perversion, right? So we got multiple layers going on there. But here's the part that isn't a contradiction. If your body has a cancerous part on it, a malignant part on it, if it's gangrene, if it's gangus in an area, and you don't totally remove that gangus, that malignancy of it, right? If you don't absolutely bring that part of you back positive to be good, to the bigger and better of it, right? You won't be. And in reality, it'll consume the whole body to nothing. Well, all this starts from the head, man. Where the head goes, the body must follow if it's attached. And in reality, man, you cannot leave a society of people who are just warmongering sellouts in every direction, on top of the fact that their ideology is older than dust itself, but it didn't come before a lie, it's part of a lie, right, that's got these people deranged. You cannot leave them to ravish the world and to thrive, because if you do, you only leave them to destroy the world and destroy yourself, man. And right now, as I'm speaking, these people are boarding planes claiming to be Afghanistan's, going in every direction they blow something up, or their affiliates, or whoever the fuck is with these folks. You hear me? So in reality, what you got to do is recognize that for what it is. That's a whole bunch of negativity that has to be nothing to all humanity. Joe Biden, man up. 40 years, man, you've been in office. And you ain't did shit but help cause this. You hear me? Get our army, turn them around, and go back. And don't stop until these folks know everywhere on the globe, right, that we ain't playing. We are not having that. Because all else is looking forward to their kids, their families, their lives, their countries to be invaded with that fucking crazy-ass ideology. And it is absolutely a defeating ideology. And if you accept it as the reality of America, no matter how you got through in the mix, you are defeated by them fools, and they are correct. And that's a fact check. So you go on over there, you send whatever military, militia, whatever fools you have to, you hit them fuckers as hard as you could hit them, man. In every direction you can get them. Because if you don't kill them all, at least the rest of them will know they have to quit, period. It has to be done. It has to be scratched, you feel me? And if you don't do that, that's what they're going to do to you. And that's a fact. That's God, that's truth, that's a reality check. Because you let too many people in too many directions, man, see that you are weak in this way. If you won't even stand up for people who are over there murdering out women and children and enslaving folks into a city, man, and you say you're anything about human rights, women's rights, or you got some sort of military that can do this or do that, it's all a bunch of hoo-ha, man. You're a coward, man. You ain't got no leadership ability, and you need to step the fuck off. You feel me? And let somebody come along and get the fucking job done, because all humanity, generations of people, man, are demanding and depending on you to do this. And if you don't, dude, it's going to be over for you and yours, and something else in history will come and replace this shit, because it's going south, Jack. And that's a fact check. That's God, that's truth, that's a reality check.